It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. And it's coming up next.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Cowboys taking the field on offense, and for a 7th season, it's Dak Prescott who brings him out.
And not only was it great to see Dak Prescott make his return in 2021, it's even better to see him playing the best ball of his career. He didn't lead Dallas to just a division title and its best record in 6 years. Dallas also led the league in yards and points, the first time it has led in both since 1971.
And Dak going to start out going to the air. Open man is Noah Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
To throw again on second down. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When we say the sky's the limit for C.D. Lamb coming into his 3rd season, it's not hyperbole. 1,102 yards in his first Pro Bowl nod last season. He's now the unquestioned WR1 for Dallas following the Amari Cooper deal. They get it to him there for a first down.
First down, Prescott. Another one to C.D. Lamb. He's got it. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys run up the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll throw again. Prescott able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free it. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Prescott. That's Gallup on the slant. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside give to Elliott. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They can probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Lamb. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there, but I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it, and offense trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott able to connect with Dalton Schultz. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Amari Rodgers to return it from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Green Bay's offense trots out, and just as it has been since week 1 of the 2008 season, Aaron Rodgers leads the way, now in his 18th year in the National Football League.
Even as he nears age 40, Aaron Rodgers' game isn't taking a single backward step. He became only the 4th player to win back-to-back MVP awards and led Green Bay to its 3rd straight 13-win season. He avoids turnovers better than anyone in football at the quarterback position, and Green Bay, they are always a front runner with him under center.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Throwing is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Pushes him over. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. 2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Throwing. Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb.
Come on now. Come on, keep giving it to him. Let's go.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Jet sweep. Here's Watson. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Aaron Jones, not one of the bigger backs in the league, 5'9", 208, but he's definitely what you'd call a downhill runner. And he's able to shed the tacklers there for good yardage.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
that's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. An inside give to Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll go again to Jones. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers. And he's got it. And he's brought down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Jones. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
They'll try again with Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Packers are back within a score. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Dak Prescott on the offense heading back onto the field. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well, no one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. On 1st and 10, Prescott. This will be caught by Brown. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
It's 1 play at a time, man. That's right.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Here's Prescott. This will be caught once again by Brown. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Get ready. Get ready. That's what it is. That's what it is, man. It's gonna be big time now. Let's roll. Let's go, man.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Prescott to throw it. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Let's go do this thing, baby. Let's go get it. Let's go.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's go now. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, let's turn it up.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Marr is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand-new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports halftime report. First, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Cowboys. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Meanwhile, for the Packers, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And it's 3rd and 5.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. To throw is Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Just a yard to go here on second down. On play action, Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Prescott now. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Draw play, Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now Prescott. Being chased out left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there, because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Marr on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
He finds Watson complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Rodgers
out of the backfield. This is Aaron Jones.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. He'll let this go for the end zone. Touchdown, Packers.
Romeo Doubs.
46 yards.
And the Packers get a bit closer. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
They can't stop us. Let's do it. You're supposed to keep going. That's how we eat.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
From the 22, Prescott.
He'll get this to Elliott.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Let's focus in on what we got to do.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. On 2nd down, Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers.
Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins.
And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
The offense on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll run it with Jones. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And that will force a turnover on downs. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but, boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
10th carry now for Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
A first down carry by Elliott. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, it's Elliott. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Prescott to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Running with Elliott. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
They can't read it straight up. Get him going. It's game.
And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee.
Come on, let's get some fun. Let's get some fun.
2nd and 11. Dak going to hand it to Elliott on the option.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one.
You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.